Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 23rd to the 29th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, which gets it seen by more people. So, thank you so very much. Now, as always, the cards will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. Let's begin. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. All right, so we are crowned here with the Eight of Swords. So just be mindful during this time, we have a tendency to overthink, to overanalyze. We can be stuck in our own heads. I'm just going to read, it says courage here and it says solutions. So what's interesting is as we're kind of stuck in our own heads, we're overthinking, we're overanalyzing, we have to have the courage to find a solution, to step out of like this echo chamber that we're in right now. So just being mindful about this and seeing this is going to be so important. Let's see. Oh goodness. There we go. We have then the Three of Wands. There's new horizons opening up. We are going to see new avenues. We're going to see new ideas coming our way, connecting with different people, but also connecting with people that are outside our normal sphere is going to be so important for us, and also so like it's liberating because there's going to be the sense of like, oh no, it has to be just like this little path. And then all of a sudden we look at things and it's like, oh no, but I can get ideas from here and connect with these people, and that'll lead to this, and this will lead to that. It becomes exciting, Cancer. It moves us then to the Chariot reversed. Now, do be mindful about this because we're represented by the Chariot in the major arcana. We're in Cancer time period, right? And so here we're reversed. So this can be that this time is a bit difficult for us. So just being aware of that is going to be important. We have a tendency to get in our own way, calling ourselves out for that and saying like, hey, listen, Eight of Swords already says I'm too much in my own head. I'm getting in my own way. We can react very emotionally off of things instead of stepping back and looking at things from different sides and, kind of being more objective. We can be very feeling based, which is a good thing at times, but at other times it's going to hinder us. So being aware of that as well is going to be very important. We can have some sort of, I don't know, there can be like a little bit of a fear around driving during this time. It's not saying at all that anything bad is going to happen, but we can, when you have intrusive thoughts and then it could be like, oh, something bad could happen here or it could happen here. Just be mindful about this, that we can have this around traveling, and we really need to kind of like step out of being in our own head and ground ourselves and steady ourselves. That is going to be really, really, really important. Also be mindful of people who just want to drive really, really fast or go really, really fast during this time. Not going to be cool. Okay. We have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is gathering up our information and moving slowly and steadily forward. Exactly. Like we don't want things to go too fast during this time. As much as we're like, I want things to hurry up. I want to see the results. I want things to move. There needs to be this slow and steady pace, like kind of this very conservative way of moving forward. It's like, don't want to, just rush into things type of thing. So just being aware of this is going to be very important as well. With the Six of Wands, there's also a sense of, I'm carrying something very sacred to me. I'm moving forward with something that's very important to me. And that's going to be a big deal. It moves us then to awakening. And awakening is judgment. Judgment is reverse. We have a hypercritical eye on ourselves right now. That's why we can tend to be our own worst enemy. So just being aware of that, we're not letting ourselves relax. We can be, burning the candle at both ends. That'll be very natural for us. Excuse me, I have to clear my throat. I do apologize. So here with looking at things, know that we are going to be harsh on ourselves, know that we're going to be expecting a lot from ourselves, and we kind of have to step out of our own way. Is it going to be easy? No, but is it going to be important to do so? Yes. We then have the sun reverse. So here it says victory and it says joy. And with this reverse, we can think, oh my gosh, we're not going to have victory, we're not going to have joy. That's not the case. This is a yes answer, right? But it's on pause, it's on time out. So here we can be wanting to rush things because we know something beautiful is coming. We know something bigger is coming. And yet, because the sun is reversed, it's like, it's not here yet. It's not this week, but we're building up for it and we're getting ourselves ready for it. And we can be sitting there and saying, oh my gosh, Dane, I've been ready for this since forever. And Spirit's like, but you don't have every piece of the puzzle. It moves us then to the Eight of Pentacles reverse. So we have the repeat of the number 8, which is a very work-oriented, very serious number coming forward, with the 8 of Pentacles reverse. As much as it's work-oriented and serious, there's this real sense of like, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm on overdrive. Things are just too much. And we can start becoming hyper-fixated on little kind of minute irrelevant details. So being mindful about this is going to be important. Looking at things and saying, okay, I need to give myself a break. If we can take a day off during this week, that would be very beneficial. If we can just slow things down and give ourselves a list and say, okay, this is what you need to get done, and do it step by step by step, that is going to be more helpful to us than anything else. And that's really going to help us move forward towards where we want to be in the long run. We have a tendency to really think things through, and that's not going to be necessarily a bad thing, but we do also have a tendency to overthink things through, be hypercritical about ourselves, to, to want things to be big. It's like go big or go home. But sometimes little things are absolutely beautiful, and we have to remember that for us. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, please put a rose in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced at random. So hit the bell notification so you are notified when the winner is announced. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. So here is Earth reversed. So we need to be grounded. We need to center ourselves. And that's just going to be so important. It's going to be so important to connect with the Earth. And yet in our world, we're forgetting. Some people are really awakening to the fact that I need to connect with the Earth and I need to be a part of this Earth and live in tandem with the Earth. It's not saying that we need to go to extremism, but connecting with the Earth is going to be important. We can actually feel a little bit like we're a kite that isn't tethered, right? That we're a kite just flying out in the air, and it's scary and it's overwhelming, and we want that tether. And that's going to be connecting with the Earth, going outside, getting that good vitamin D, embracing little joys, little things that make us really happy. That's going to be really important here as well. So let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have the throat chakra and we have listening. So with the throat chakra and listening, it's one of the most powerful things that we can do. So we have a very positive throat chakra energy, and most people talk. People love to talk. Most people talk, not many people listen. If we embrace our listening skills here, Cancer, if we really, tune in to that energy, it becomes a superpower that sets us apart, that really helps us distinguish ourselves from everybody else in this world, and also helps us to maneuver in this world so much easier, because it's like, wow, people are telling me all the time what they expect of themselves, who they see themselves as, who they see others around them as. I just had to listen, and all the cues were there. So just being aware of that is going to be super important and is going to be very powerful. Let's see what our energy to be mindful of is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. So this is the Princess of Swords. This is once again reiterating that we're stuck in our own heads. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If we're born on the cusp with Gemini, if we have air sign energy in our chart, it's intense right now. This is also a feeling of being ignored since we were a child, or a part of us being ignored, being, squashed down since we were little. Either somebody made us doubt our voice, Or, yeah, or we started saying, oh, that's silly. I'm not going to pay attention to that side of me. And yet that was a really important side of us. We made the choice to say, oh no, I'm not doing that. Like I'm not fully being me, because people will accept, and you can argue whether it's a choice or not, right? People will accept me more if I walk this path, or this is just weird, or this is just wild. And of course, this is always saying, coming from a place of love, compassion, kindness, do no harm, that type of energy here. With the Princess of Swords as well, you can be dealing with somebody who is very gossipy, just like, oh my gosh, shush up already. We can also find ourselves during this time being very gossipy, like really wanting to get the juice and the details about things. So just being aware of that is going to be really important. But you can be dealing with somebody who's very gossipy and very hurtful with their words. It's like they always have to be having a trauma, and it's overwhelming. So just being aware of that. The Eight of Swords is we're stuck in our own head. We can feel like no matter which way we turn, we're going to make a bad choice. We're overthinking, we're overanalyzing. The what ifs come through very strongly. Why? Because we do have a tendency to get in our way during this time, and to really think the things that we are naturally attracted to or positive about or gifted in, oh, that's wrong, because I'm just going to be wrong. Stop that. Stop that immediately, if not sooner. This is a time where there are tremendous opportunities opening up to you. You have to not judge yourself so much. There's beauty here. Okay, we have that with the sun, even though it's on pause. Just because it's on time, it's in timeout, does not mean that it's not still there, and it's not going to be just absolutely exquisite. But that waiting period, that sense of, oh my gosh, I'm going through this drudgery. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm doubting this. I'm doubting that. How is it ever going to get better? We can really sit there and feel that way. And with the sun, there's a beauty coming forward. There is a peace coming forward. There is a sense of celebration. And that is going to be so important for us. That is so important for us. And it is so powerful. Are we going to get caught up in the details of things? Yes. And we might find that it eats up our time, which we can then get frustrated with ourselves, because we're like, what? I'm supposed to be making all these connections. I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be doing that. And this week I got caught up in this detail and it ate up my whole entire week. Okay. If that's what happens, because that can happen here, show yourself grace and compassion. Don't get mad at yourself and say, that's it. I'm a loser. I'm a failure. I can't possibly. It's like, no. But now I know this detail really well, right? And then that can open up more doors, because you never know the direction that spirit is leading you in. It's always this wild, crazy, wonderful ride. And so here, during this time, with the Three of Wands opening up to us, there's new horizons, there's new openings, there's a sense of, I can do this. Whereas before, there's a sense of, I'm just overwhelmed. So we have the sense of, I can do this. I have to move slowly. I have to move steadily, carefully, with determination, with insight. And as I do so, I start following me. I start connecting with my instincts. I start opening up the door. And that's going to be just a powerful thing. We can overthink, we can overanalyze, and we can think of this week as a throwaway week, if we get too much in our own heads and we get too fixated on small little things. But I can assure you, it's not going to be a throwaway week at all. It's actually going to be a time that you look back on and you're like, wow, even though I didn't think this was important then, or I thought I wasted my time, that was really important, or that was really great. So just know here that we have a tendency to be too harsh on ourselves and think whatever we are focusing on is going to be the wrong thing, or is not going to be right for us. And yet it's going to wind up serving ourselves very, very well. Go slow, go steady, be mindful in your actions during this time, and be mindful in what you are creating for yourself. And then you're just going to change the game. And that is going to be so important for you, because you're trying to do something right now that is faster than you need to be. Water sign energy does not need to always be, this raging, rapid water. It can be very slow. It can be very calm, and it can be very deep, and it can be very profound. So just being aware of that is important, because we always tend to think life has to happen fast. It all has to move fast, and it can move slowly, and it can move gently, and it can be beautiful. So let's see what spirit has to say. Subconsciously, we have here compassion. Our subconscious is telling us to embrace our compassion, to be kind to ourselves, to embrace our love for ourselves. And that's going to be really important. Our subconscious chakra message is, again, the third chakra coming through. And this is truth. Tell yourself the truth. You don't have to sit there and say, I only speak the truth and, nobody can get mad at me. How people are like, what? I'm just saying the truth. And people get really ticked at them. Say the truth to yourself. Say the truth to those around you too, but we have to be polite, right? But say the truth to yourself. And you will find that by stating the truth and stating what needs to get done, you can conquer so much fear that is around you. Or you can make it clear. It's like, this is the truth. And be as blunt and straightforward with yourself as possible. Because we can be afraid that bad things will happen, right? Oh my gosh, we get too much in our own head. Then all of a sudden, the intrusive worrying thoughts come in and the worry starts, the panic starts, and it just doesn't stop. And if we say the truth to ourselves and we sit there and we're like, okay, this is the line, this is as bad as it could possibly be. If this happens, I see it, I note it, I will not be stopped by it. It will not be ruling my life. You have spoken power over you. And this is going to be a time where you step into that power and you step into yourself, Cancer, in a way that you didn't think you could. You're like, wow, this is me. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of, which is interesting. We have here now awakening reverse. We have awakening reverse here. It's called rebirth. It's called judgment in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So we have all the names here now, but we're afraid of the transformation that's coming. It's going to be beautiful, yes, but it's also going to be intense. So being aware of this during this time, that we are stepping into a new phase of our lives, a new idea of ourselves, a new way of embracing our world and seeing us. It's scary. It's like, well, what if everything goes wrong? And again, we start overthinking, we start overanalyzing, and it's kind of like, I'd rather play it safe than take this risk. And Spirit is really saying to us, take the risk. Take the risk, jump, go for it. Don't do anything that, could be horrific for us, right? But take the risk on you, and don't judge yourself so harshly. It moves us to our subconscious tarot message. And this is the wheel, and that's the Wheel of Fortune. So subconsciously, we're not seeing the change that we want, right? Because things are moving slower and we're frustrated with it. And we're going to think, as we always do as human beings, any action is better than inaction. And it's like, okay, fair, that's good, but it's not going to help you the way you think it is. Just to act, sometimes just to do something, doesn't serve us well. Sometimes it's better, and it shows more power, more thought, more follow through, to calmly step back and calmly observe. So being aware of that is going to be a very important thing. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.